I think I remember some of your go-tos, but I want to hear what you think your go-tos are.
Well, okay, the thong song.
Yeah, that's
Cisco's
okay.
The
I was
Thong
gonna say
Song.
it.
That's my number one go-to. I think it's a bit unexpected, but
Yes.
it's just
It works.
Nobody ever expects the thong song.
it's really good. It's it's very musical. Like those lyrics and
Yeah, they pair well. Mm-hmm. They pair well, like a churro and a hot dog. They
exactly.
pair very
Gotta have
well.
it.
Now I know the whole reason we brought you on for the Disney spot is I feel like you've done a lot of Disney songs too.
I have, yes. A Whole New World is one of my favorite duets.
Mm-hmm.
A Whole New World. It's the hot dog.
It's the churro hot dog.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sing right now unless we got some sticker boys in the chat. If you're ready.
Sticker boys in the chat. Let's get some S's in the chat.
Let's get some S's. Just S. We're seeing enough activity.
Shit, sticker boys is gonna.
Sticker
it.
boys like a sticker is gonna stick.
Yep.
Hefe asked about what
Not
about.
into it.
He saw one time. Hefe saw Robert Rodriguez. That's right, the famed director, sing "Hopelessly Devoted to You."
Oh, that's good from Greece, right?
Yes.
Oh,
There's no better high when you push my love aside. Oh,
I don't know the word.
Out of my head.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, there.
I'm
Right.
hopelessly devoted. Okay. Well, yeah. So we got the thong song, "Hopelessly Devoted." What about what's your go-to song, Mario?
Well, I'm his backup singer for one of his songs for sure.
I don't particularly have a go-to song, but I guess maybe I do. I guess because if I'm going to double back, because I did karaoke at Fantastic Fest for a little bit when the stage opened up. But I think it changes from time to time on what mood I'm in. But right now, the song that I feel really strong with, if I'm just going to go cold into karaoke, is I'll do Baby One More Time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because
you
Britney
brought the house
Spears?
down, right?
It is a banger, and everybody knows the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And you can really get the crowd into it when you do the "and I" part. You know what I mean? You get the crowd to do that part. Everybody gets into it. Everybody secretly loves that song because you
Yeah.
can't help but love that song.
Yeah, I think it's aging really well.
It's a brainworm. And now Britney Spears is so over. You know, she's more over than she was when she had that hit. So
Free
that's
Britney
probably,
became a
if I'm
big
going
thing,
in cold
yeah.
into karaoke, because I'm big on the main stage. You're a main stager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Main stage. You're going in cold into karaoke. That's probably the one that I would spool up.
It's a good warm up. Yeah.
But
Get
I
the
would
crowd-
say I gotta cut a promo on celebrities right now because I need you guys to stop sexually assaulting people and keeping them as slaves, and stop being anti-Semitic because you're cutting into my karaoke list.
Yeah.
Because two of the people that are accused of that are on my top karaoke list. I have to delete them now.
Yeah, it's
Or I have to read a long disclaimer before I do the song.
Yeah.
Which just, it kills the vibe immediately.
Yeah, it's like Alamo talking about, now, before we show you Blazing Saddles, we have to let you know. You're like, oh.
I have to let you know I don't support abducting underage people and keeping them as slaves.
No. Yes.
But here's the song. It's like, I can't do that.
Hum along if you know it.
But yeah, anyways. Jeff?
Well,
You have not done karaoke in a while.
yeah, I think there was a the last time I was dressed up as Jack Sparrow, the last time I did, and I think people thought that it was just like, wow, he even cosplays before he does it. It's like, no, it just happened to be a Halloween karaoke party. So I mix it up. I like to jump generations. I go to, I feel like you can always do Don't Forget About Me from Breakfast Club, and everybody's there. You can do All Night Long, Lionel Richie. But then you throw a curveball, and then all of a sudden you start singing Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, and they're like, whoa, you know that one too? And then you just go back to the 90s, and you start singing Snow Patrol, Chasing Cars, and you're like, if I'm just here, if I just lay here.
That's pretty
And
good,
then people
yeah.
are like, whoa. So yeah, I bounce around a lot. But I feel like when we go up there and we do the theme from Mannequin, I feel like we find a way to pop the crowd. When there's more than one person on there, more than likely you're going to really get people hyped up. Because again, like you were talking about earlier, right? We've all done film projects together. You play off each other's energy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, Jeff, you got to come up here and do the turnaround part. And I'm like, yeah, done. I don't even have to think about it. And
Yeah,
then
do the turnaround
Yeah,
part.
do the turnaround part. I was like, yeah, I don't even have to think about it. And it just works. Like still remember like that crowd was dead at Emo's, and then we did that, and then all of a sudden the crowd like started getting closer to the stage, and then like moving up, and then the whistles started, and I was like, we popped the crowd. And it was just because you got to get the right duet.
I have a buddy who he used to be in a band, and he was a legit performer, right? And his band, they used to open up for Marilyn Manson. They used to open up for Korn. Like they were big in that early '90s era. And he was never into karaoke. And like I used to talk about it. He'd never do it. He'd never do it. And one time we went to, and he worked with me at that search engine company, and like we went to karaoke with the search engine engineers, and like I was like, just do it, and he went up and did it and popped the crowd huge because he was already a performer. He was already very comfortable.
Yeah.
Popped the crowd, and he came back, and he came back to the table and was like, I can't believe I haven't been doing that always. That is the best thing ever. And it's just like, I mean, I'm not a singer, I'm not a musician.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
are. But
it's
I
just
get
that feeling of controlling the crowd with your musical ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it
does a lot.
It's an endorphin release that you can't replace.
Yeah.
Like I think stand-up comedians get it, professional wrestlers get it. You just go up there and all eyes are on you, and you're able to literally control what those eyes are doing and that emotions. Like you can't replace that. Like we'll do tape stuff, fine, but live is the best
Live
way
is
to
the
go.
best.
Yeah, just take that script, rip it up. Let's see what happens.
So I guess what I'm hearing is that it's more about like the crowd work and like kind of just feeding off their energy, giving them a little bit of
Yes,
yours,
for
putting on
sure,
a show.
for sure.
And maybe a little less about just how, it's fun to sing. Like we all sing in the shower, we sing on the car, and there's no audience.
Yeah.
It is fun to sing, but it's the connection of the fun to sing to the, other people think it's fun when I sing kind of a thing, Just
Everything-
pulling them into your shower singing.
It's true. Like
it's
we
a
can talk
jolt.
about quantum physics and realize that everything is energy, and when you get that energy in sync with your energy, you feel more whole. And then it doesn't matter what you're singing. You could be. It's like, ooh, what a feeling! I'm dancing on the ceiling, and it doesn't matter because now it's that in sync energy, and you feel whole again because we are all one.
Hey.
Hey.
And shout out, I'm going to cut a promo on people who do karaoke. If you're doing karaoke, I don't think you should go out of your way to pick the most obscure song that you can think of. Sometimes folks go out there and it's like a B-side from some album.
Yeah.
And they'll do this song and no one will be into it. Now, I think you've got to go up there and pick the most popular pop song that you know.
A crowd
and that you enjoy.
pleaser.
A crowd
Yeah.
pleaser. Because that's what you're there to do, is to please the crowd.
Party in the USA.
Oh,
Party in
that's
the
a good
USA.
one, yeah.
I didn't even know I
Is a
liked
is a
Miley
banger.
Cyrus until I was like, I'll sing it.
She's a hardcore magician.
Musician.
She is a magician and she's a musician. But I think in 10 years, we're going to be talking about her the way we're talking about Britney Spears. Like, I don't think you realize how...
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, Dolly
Her
Parton, too. And she's a huge
godmother?
fan
I think
of her.
because I think Miley Cyrus still has ways to go. Like I
Yep.
think she could do some of those adult albums that she hasn't done yet.
Yeah.
I think Wrecking Ball is like her whatever early 20s album, but like
Yep.
once she gets older and starts doing like, hey, I'm older now stuff.
She's gonna. And,
Yeah.
and it's inevitable. She's going. And she's going to be someone that we're going to be talking about for years to come. They're like, oh my God, Miley Cyrus, that she just, again, has a way with connecting with her crowd and her audience. And she's
God
been-
willing, those vocal cords hold up.
Yeah, they hold in. Yeah, because she's...
She had
Bro,
surgery
they sound
already,
rock
but
solid. They sound like they're tougher than leather.
well, she's got a different sound now, though.
Yeah.
That raspy kind of.
Yeah, she
I mean,
does
she's
have
a
that.
beautiful voice, regardless.
Yes, she does.
Obviously, we all like a stage. We like a crowd. So someplace like Emo's here in Austin's a great spot because you get on the stage and you're in front of a whole bar of people. But what about like when we go into those like private rooms? How do y'all feel about those? Are those just as fun, or is it kind of like a different vibe? Is there like a different playlist that you might go to now that you've only got a small space with some? It's more intimate.
I'm fine with private rooms. I think that For folks that like to do the private room, maybe they want to have a little smaller party. They don't want to go on stage. I'm good with it. I don't mind it. I think they get old after like an hour and a half. You're just kind of like, I'm tired of being in this small space, and I feel like other folks should hear me sing now. I feel like
Don't keep me cooped up. Don't keep me in the
feel
closet.
yeah, like my feathers are too bright, and I can't be caged now. I just did like 4 songs. I'm ready. I'm ready to be on the main stage. But I got no heat with private rooms. I just think that there's a time limit on those. Sometimes people book them and it's like, we got 3 hours in the private room. I think that's a bit much.
That's fair.
I think 90 minutes is the sweet spot in the private room. And once you're done in there, you can move on to the main stage or maybe to the bar or whatever, or have go to the nacho bar or the food truck or whatever. But
That would be awesome if they actually were listening in the room. Like, I think you're ready for the main stage and a curtain opens and you just go out there and it's like Eminem and you're like, all right, yeah, I'm ready for the main stage.
yeah,
Come on down.
That would
and
be
it's like
good.
Simon Cowell. It's like, let's get you out of here. The rest of these
You're
losers
going to
can,
Hollywood. I'm going to Hollywood.
the rest of these losers can sing in here forever.
I'm the same way. I like the private rooms, and it reminds me of going into the wrestling gym during the week, when it was open from like 6 to 9, and you were just like, hey, let's go take some bumps, let's roll around, do the matches, and you would be in there for hours, and you wouldn't leave, and you'd be like doing 3 or 4 matches in a row. Now, it's not the same thing as being live in front of a crowd, but now you're performing for trainers and other wrestlers, and you're seeing what works, and so to me, it's like Dave Chappelle going to like an underground club, and he's like, I'm just gonna go practice a set and see what you guys do. That's what it feels like for me. And plus, you can just let it rip, because eventually you're gonna just never put the mic down, because
Right.
you got the stamina all night long. Like Lionel Richie, you're gonna go all night long. You're like, anybody else want this? Okay, I'll do one more.
That's
I'll do
usually
one
what I'm
more.
guilty of. That's why sometimes it's better to have that live audience, because then I can't hog the mic.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, who's next? Who's going next? Anybody going next? No, me? Okay, I'll go again.
Oh, you need a backup
right.
singer? Sure, I don't mind. Whatever you need.
Hopelessly devoted again, back to back.
No one puts Mario in a corner. That's right, GJ.
Is there any more of that hot dog beer?
Yeah, there's tons. You want another? I'll bring it over. Hold on.
No, I'll come get it.
All right, come get it.
You're not wearing pants either.
This is the Harold Kumar. It's a bottomless party.
Well, now I know for next time.
But it definitely is more like a dessert wine. Do you feel like, I feel like, to me, you need to drink a little bit, but you can't drink too much when you're singing. Like, you got to know when to stop. One of my hacks is bring a little bit of coconut oil with you and just do a shot.
I didn't know what you were going to say. I was like,
What? You shoot coconut oil before
Yeah, you gotta
karaoke?
you
Is that
gotta
a thing?
lube the pipes. Lube me up, brother. You gotta lube the pipes.
yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to drink too much.
You don't
because
want
then
the-
you get
it'll give you the
sloppy and
sticky
you're up there
throat.
and you don't realize.
Potato chips help too.
Potato chips.
Potato
right?
chips are
Oh, because of the oils in there.
Because of the oil, and then also the, like, I guess, abrasion of the crispy potato.
Okay, there's my new hack, and then I don't have to be weird. Like, what are you drinking?
Just my own shot of coconut oil. Don't mind me.
All right, I'm gonna try.
I would say to folks that are scared to do karaoke so much so that they feel like I gotta drink a lot, you've got to just not do that. You got to overcome your fear.
Yeah.
Because you just put yourself up there and sound like crap, and eventually, I mean, the worst thing that could happen, if you're the worst karaoke singer in the world and you sound like garbage, you literally, your voice sounds like garbage coming out of your mouth. The worst thing that could happen is
Stupid
nobody pays attention.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you can literally stop in the middle of a song and hand the mic, and no one's gonna care. They're like,
Nope.
okay, who's next?
No one's gonna
gonna care.
throw tomatoes at you. No one's gonna, whatever, humiliate you. The worst thing that could happen is no one pays attention. So just give it a shot.
Yeah,
That's what makes me such a great MC, is because I'm convinced no one's listening to me. So when I'm on a stage with a microphone, I'm like, I got the mic.
Yeah.
No one's hearing what
That's
I say
solid.
anyway.
Dance
That's
like
solid.
nobody's watching.
Exactly.
Sing like nobody's listening.